mandate? Are you actually qualified? As if the airlines, whose job it is, they're in the business of transporting people through the air, would somehow put the credibility or the safety of their company or the safety of their passengers at risk by hiring somebody solely based on the color of their skin because they were black. And when he said that when he says, when I see somebody black, I automatically start thinking this and that. And I think about Martin Luther King. And Martin Luther King said, and I'm not going to quote here, but he said, I'm looking forward to the day when black people are judged by the content of their character,
not the color of
their skin. What right. Charlie Kirk was proposing time and time again is that he was judging people based on a political process or based on a diversified process aimed to make the playground fair.
That's not what the aim was, Dogface.
But here's what I'm saying, bro. You gotta look at his presentation. His presentation was extremely aggressive, extremely offensive. When you spoke about
Dogface, how you way more offensive and aggressive than he is.
Are you serious?
Oh, absolutely.
I want to tell you that.
Dogface, you not no joke.
No, brother, I want it coming from you.
And I am too.
That is a compliment. Listen.
Right. So when did we as men start mincing our words?
We'll just finish this point.
Okay,
I'm not going to. So my thing is that Charlie Kirk, he made a living. He rose to the level of fame that he had by pointing out everything that was wrong about black people in Pacific. Right?
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Let me just get this off, bro.
Okay.
I'm gonna
write down some stuff you said.
Yeah, let me get my pen too. God damn it, I ain't got no secretary around here. But listen, when he talked about Beyonce's music, talked about Martin Luther King, what he said about George Zimmerman, racist motherfucking ass, what he said about Trayvon Martin, the excuse to justification, right? What he said about George Floyd and how he spoke about George Floyd's murder at the hand of law enforcement in the great state of Minnesota. George Floyd, what he said about him, you cannot expect black people to listen to what he said when you look at how black people as a whole feel about how we're treated by law enforcement all over the world, but specifically in this country. He knew that was a hot button issue. He attacked that issue with vigor. He attacked it with no sympathy or empathy for the people who were more primarily affected by George Floyd's death. When he attacked Beyonce, when he attacked the legacy of the Martin Luther King, when he talked about LeBron James, right? There are too many times where Charlie Kirk used what I call and what the whole world knows as dog whistling to speak to his base, which were mainly white Anglo-Saxon Christian men, AKA MAGA supporters. He did too much of that for my liking, bro, without any real justification.
So the majority of what Charlie Kirk spoke towards, that's what you chose to hear, right? Because I have a hard time believing that any of y'all actually was understanding what Charlie Kirk was about before he passed away. And the reason why I say that is because the majority of y'all talking points that y'all had the last time that y'all live stream was all the same stuff that everybody else was just repeating that everybody else was saying.
Because Anton, we don't have to reinvent.
Wait, Dogface, I thought you said you was gonna let me get my shit on.
But I'm allow you. Pardon me for the interruption. Because what he gave the world, as it specifically, I'm talking about black people. I'm black. What he gave us was a bunch of
accountability.
Listen.
Was a bunch of accountability.
Listen. There's nobody who understands, because if you watch some of my content, I watch all your shit. I'm really heavy on gangs in Detroit. I'm really heavy on these so-called community activist groups who are waiting for somebody to come with some magic pill to deal with all the negative shit that happens in our black community. Listen, you can't legislate.
Which is why I'm surprised at you, Dogface.
Why are you surprised?
I would think that you probably would be the leader at the forefront of actually championing the majority of the stuff that he would say.
Well, here's
I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't listen. The only reason, because ain't nobody really told you about yourself. Like I'm gonna tell you about yourself. Because see, I'm the type of nigga that's gonna just tell you the truth. The only reason, Dogface, that you are, as far as continuing to celebrate the bullshit that's within the community, while at the same time you straddle the line, Dogface. You hot sometimes, you cold sometimes. Sometimes I wonder if either you Republican or you Democrat, because you call out the bullshit, but then continue to still support it by allowing for people to still stand in these spaces where they can be victims. When we know that most of the time, the majority of this shit that we go through is self-inflicted wounds. Listen, the one thing about Charlie Kirk, and similar to myself, is that Charlie Kirk didn't dodge no smoke at all. He was willing to debate you. He was willing to meet. He was going college to campus. He was pulling up on people in real life. And the majority of who he spoke to wasn't even black people. It was liberal white women. It was liberal white women. That is the people that he held accountable the most. And so the thing about it is that the thing about us is that when we called up, see, when somebody say something to me and they say, Anton, I don't fuck with you, you wrong, and so on and so forth, I'll be like, all right, I feel you. You know what? I respect that because I got thick skin and I don't live in an echo chamber. I'm not looking for everybody to agree with me. I'm trying to figure out what the right thing is. So even me sitting here talking to you right now, I don't disagree with some of the stuff that you're saying. I actually am taking that in. I'm going to sit on it. I'm going to sleep on that shit and I'm going to consider it. But see, the thing about the most black people is if you're not massaging their ears and telling them what they want to hear, if you're not agreeing with them by default, they don't want to have a conversation. And that's the biggest problem. It wasn't that I agreed with 100% of what Charlie Kirk said, because I don't agree with 100% of what my own mother say, right? The problem is that I don't advocate for nobody to die because they got their own opinion, regardless of whether I agree with them or not. I'm not going to celebrate somebody's death, right? I would rather you be here and me be able to debate you or talk back and forth with you if I disagree with you than to celebrating your death, because now I don't have nobody to spar with. I don't have nobody to try to convince, right? But the second part is that we dodge accountability like the plague. If somebody say you fucked up, if somebody say, hey, listen, stop killing yourselves. If somebody say, hey, listen, because one of the biggest things that Charlie Kirk used to say about the black community, and I'm surprised y'all ain't even mentioned this, is he would say, hey, listen, if y'all want to fix your community, the first thing you got to do is stop having single parent households. If we don't want to talk about none of the shit that he said that's actually hitting us. We want to feel like victims. Motherfuckers in the hood talk harder than us and say wilder shit about us than Charlie Kirk ever did, but we get offended at that nigga.
But you said the right thing, Anton. The thing is, look at the messenger and how he was delivering it. See, you missing that part. I understand what you're saying.
To be worried about what the messenger looked like.
No, this is what I'm saying. I understand. I understand what you're saying about listening to his whole message. But who put him in our shoes to be able to give us a message about what we should and shouldn't do?
Y'all not hearing this shit no matter what. I say it and y'all don't fuck. Listen, if I say it, y'all don't want to hear shit about me. Y'all don't want to kick it with me. The first thing that y'all said is, look at this.
So why would we want to hear it from him? Make that make sense.
You don't want to hear it from nobody.
No, first, let me say something, Dollface. Let me say something. The reason why we don't, my thing is, it's a difference. It's a major difference of delivering a message. If you're just talking about all our fuck up is what's wrong with the black community and you have no solution, that's a problem. You're being judgmental. Don't nobody want to hear a solution after the way he delivered. Like he says, most of the crime wasn't up until black people started, and more black people started coming.
So you sensitive is basically what you're saying.
No, I don't want to hear it. What I'm saying is, a white motherfucker can't say shit about us because they ain't helping us. You can say they can
say whatever the fuck they want to say. You can say what you want. You can say what you want to them, and they can say what they want to you.
But when they was sad about it, you got a black man backing him. You're a black man.
I don't back people based off of the color of their skin. I back people whether or not I agree with them.
I dare you. To me, I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I'm not gonna change the way you think, and I'm gonna change the way I think. Okay. At the end of the day, it's bullshit. What you speak is bullshit. At the end of the day, I feel like that's you talking about black people. Yeah, we need to be motivated. They stole our identity from day one. Everything that these people out here doing and getting rich and being successful, that's something black people invented most of this shit. But at the end of the day, you're not giving us props. You going against us with this white man. I don't give a fuck if he was orange man. At the end of the day, where's the help? With the black.
You did hit him.
Listen. We the only culture of people that don't separate ourselves based off of the degenerate motherfuckers versus the people that's actually productive and doing what they're supposed to do. White people don't fuck with all white people. Asian people will separate themselves. I just got back from Japan last year, and it's a whole city that's dedicated to getting the motherfuckers out of here that's not doing the shit that they're supposed to do. Why do I have to support everything that black people do? Because I'm gonna tell you, I give out scholarships to black people. I employ them. See, I don't go by talking points. I go by real life. I employ the majority black women. I give out scholarships to my alma mater, Cass Tech, $25,000 every single year, $5,000, and I give them specifically to black boys. I be out in the streets passing out $5,000 every 2 weeks to people in the streets, handing it to their hands, not giving it to some bitch ass community organization. So I don't care about what people say. The real work is on the ground. And so my life is a reflection of it. I'm married to a black woman for the last 21 years, right? I'm advocating. I never left my city, even though I have the resources to be able to do so. And I'm always going to be a resident of Detroit. So I don't care about when people say you go against black people. Black people think that just because you say something and hold them accountable and say stop doing fuck shit, that automatically means that you going against them, or because you support something that somebody says that hold us accountable.
He's stereotyping. He said all black people are one.
I go against black culture that continues to celebrate the things that keep us down. I don't go against black people. Black people are respectable. Black people.
So you're saying you against June 9th? You
raise their children.
Oh, maybe. So let me try to bring this.
I don't care about the feelings part.
Let's reel this in, right? So let's reel this in right quick. So listen. So let's just so we're on the same page. So I don't think this issue is about whether. Well, I owe you. I don't think that this issue is about. I heard you try to. Well, I see that you are trying to reference. Is that 5? That's 5.
But you got DoorDash, Dogface. What's going on, man?
You don't stay on my business, Anton. Stay on my business, brother. Stay on my business. So listen. So I hear you say Democrat, Republican. Good brother. When it comes to the issues that affect black people by and large, I just had a conversation on the Ugly Money podcast last night.
Shout out to Ugly Money, that's my guy.
Yeah. When I spoke about some of the policies from a governmental standpoint that have been most detrimental to black people as a whole, those policies were enacted under a Democratic control House, Senate, and presidency. I spoke about the Clinton administration when Joe Biden, when the whole crime reform bill, the welfare reform bill, even criminalizing child support.
Correct.
That all happened under a Democratic controlled presidency and Congress total.
That's why I be wondering, is you Republican? I don't know what you are, Dogface.
Oh, no, bro. Listen, black people as a whole, they're more conservative. I don't think white people know this, or I don't think people don't really study the black community, but black people are more conservative. And
they know it, Dogface. They're trying to convince you to distance yourself from the bullshit that y'all support that is liberal and Democrat.
We can argue that point. We can argue Democrat, Republican. I'm of the opinion that it doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or Republican. I'm going to support black people have to disengage themselves from the political party in this sense. I don't care what your political affiliation is. Like, you're from Detroit. I talk to people in the city council. I talk to people who deal with the mayor's office. And I know that you have the Chaldean American, the Arab American. They're always down at the city county building. They're always at the mayor's office trying to champion and trying to force policies and procedures that's going to benefit their race of people.
But see, the reason why it matters, Dogface, and that we have both Black Republicans, it matters that we care about having people on both sides.
I get you, but see, my point is this, Anton. It's not about
because we can't listen. We can't demand anything if they already know that everybody is going one way.
Well, we can't demand.
We can't advocate for anything, Dogface. Like, no politician gives a fuck about Black people.
Absolutely. So
because Black people already have made up in their mind that they only gonna vote one way.
So
it matters from the lens of how do you have them on both sides. We could all disagree here, right? We're gonna fight because we all cousins and we all from the same city. The fact of the matter is, y'all need me just as much as I need y'all, because to live in an echo chamber is to get nothing.
Yeah,
but to work with people that you don't necessarily agree with, but you can find some common ground on, is how you start to solution for things. And so anybody could say, well, no, we shouldn't care about this, or we shouldn't care about that. We should, because to speak to your point, we only show up between 9 and 16% at a voter clip in order to get things done. And so if you don't galvanize people, or you don't have people, but we so focus on whether or not we offended, we're not necessarily making progress, and that's what they count on. That's what they're banking on.
So listen, I understand that what they count on and bank on, what people who don't like us and don't care about us, what they count on is a system that was put in place hundreds of years ago. They count on they count on the fact that we've already been so marginalized. They count on the fact that we've already been so disenfranchised. They count on the fact that we've already been so thoroughly brainwashed and conditioned against each other. When you talk about
wrong, Dogface.
No, well, listen, Black people, there's no people in this country who hate Black people more than Black people.
Nobody gives a fuck about what Black people think, bro. It's not a game of them hating you.
Okay, but listen, brother,
we on two different things, dog. It's a class game. It's not about race, bro.
And listen, brother, right now, I'm sitting on a perch right now, right? Mm-hmm. So listen, Black people, nobody in the world of politics, they don't care about us because we're so divided that we don't have a cohesive thought process about the things that we want to carry forth. Black people as a whole, we're so fractured that we don't have any common ground. And because we don't have any common ground, we don't even believe that we don't even love each other. We don't believe we have anything in common anymore. And so the reason why in the world of politics, they don't give a fuck about us is because we're so divided. There's no cohesive game plan. And you can have one person who says one thing over here and one person who says another thing over here. No race of people, everybody get along. You have Chaldean, we from Detroit. So right. the largest segment of Arabs and Chaldeans outside of the Middle East is in Detroit, right? Correct. So they are always down at the city county building. All Chaldeans and Arabs and Lebanese, and all Chaldeans and Arabs don't get along. But what they do understand is, even though I might not like you, as a whole, we have to push a particular agenda because it's going to benefit us all as a whole. Black people are so disenfranchised and so fractured from a psychological standpoint that we don't even know that we're our own biggest fucking enemies.
Correct. I agree.
And what I'm saying is, it's not about being a Democrat or Republican. So I don't want to get this. I don't want to juxtapose the shit that's going on with Charlie Kirk and the loss of his life.
That's just a jump off point of a bigger conversation.
I get you. So it's not about being a Democrat or Republican, because as I would like Black people to move forward. As we're only going to move forward. We're only going to be able to deal with the conditions that have a negative impact on us as a whole if we band together. There's no legislation that can be enacted that stop a nigga from shooting another nigga and then celebrating it on the fucking rap record. Ain't no policy for that. It is the lack of love and respect and connectivity amongst Black people that is the problem with that. And I don't want to reduce this argument.
Well, Dogface, you can't say that then.
I can't say what?
What you just said.
Black people hate each other, and that's by condition, it's by design.
Dogface. If I hadn't taken the initiative, because I'm the biggest YouTuber in Michigan.
You are,
without a doubt. And if I didn't take the initiative to pull up on y'all and say, "Hey, let's kick it. Let's have a conversation. How can I kick it with y'all? And then how can I ultimately push y'all and promote y'all?" Because I'm tired of these motherfuckers from these other cities and these states in Atlanta and New York pushing each other. And we always gotta get it out the mud. And then if I get there, now I gotta just sit there by myself. No, I'm looking for other people and other content creators. That's why I watch her shit. That's why I'm pulling up right now. Right. And I want to push y'all. I want y'all to be just as successful. I want y'all to be able to get this content creation money. I want y'all to be able to do it. But see, that's the thing. The first thing that y'all did was, and I'm just gonna keep it 100. Fuck that nigga, this and that, whatever. Not one person reached out to me. Not one person hollered at me. Dog, you go on Ugly Money's podcast and you never even hit me up. And I'm in your own city. The fuck is that? So you can't sit here and tell me. Hold on.
Is this a public scolding?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's hypocritical because you're doing the exact thing that you preaching against. And I'm in your own city. We don't even have to agree with each other, but we can fucking push each other and get money. And we of the same ilk. We probably touch the same people, touch the same hood. And you didn't reach out to me on some, hey man, let's kick it on some type of shit and let's run this bag up. Y'all was just talking shit.
You like black people, so we didn't want to approach you.
Hold on. Y'all was talking shit, and because I'm a fan, I'm a fan of what y'all doing. I pulled up on my own merit. I said, you know what? I'm gonna wait. And I waited till I seen you live, and I said I'm gonna pull up and kick it with him, and we gonna figure this shit out. We gonna have some discourse. We're gonna create some good content, and then I'm gonna push you niggas because I actually feel what y'all doing, and I want you niggas to win. So it's hypocritical for you to say that, dog, because in real life, when you get the opportunity to do it, you ain't doing that shit. You ain't doing that shit.
So I'm gonna let everybody else chime in too, but let me just say this. The reason why you have the YouTube streets, it is because at a point where I was growing 600-700 subscribers a day about 8-9 months ago, I said to myself, I've been doing podcasting before the term podcast was even in popular lexicon. I've been doing podcasting since 2011, when my only examples was Rush Limbaugh and Howard Stern, for better or for worse. The YouTube streets was a concept that came out of my mind, and the whole purpose and the aim and objective is to get other content creators from the great state of Michigan, specifically the Detroit, and to bring us all together and each one push one. I made it to Ugly Money Podcast. I'm making it to Real Life Street Stars. I'm making it to what was that shit Miami with the Daniels Report, all because that brother down there, Uncle Juice. So my point is to you. So listen, you're right about that. What I should have done.
And notice, I didn't go back at y'all.
No, you know what? So
I never said. No, if you notice, dog, of all the people that I go off on, I never ever pick anybody from Detroit that I ever respond to on some negative shit. Never. I've never said anything negative about one Detroit person, not one.
So listen,
I've never talked negative about not one person.
The big kid on the block doesn't. What if I am you? It's like if I'm you, you experience and you hear. It's a lot of conflict. Anton Daniels is a lightning rod, so of course people don't like you. Of course,
I'm cool with that part. And even if we disagree with each other. Even if we disagree with each other, like let's say we doing this shit, right? And we arguing because I want us to create good content, right? On the back end, we should still be having conversations like, all right, cool, that was it. Now how we gonna finesse this shit and get this money?
True. But you're not understanding. We thought you didn't like black people, so why would
you never reached out to me. So
I'm not reaching out to nobody that agree with.
And that's the problem, because there's plenty of people that I kick it with that I don't necessarily care for, and then they hit me up like, hold on, Anton. Let's figure this shit out, though.
We here now, Anton. We not gonna talk about what we should have.
No. I'm feeling you, but what I'm saying is we have to change our mindset when it comes to not necessarily liking everybody, because it's plenty of. Listen, the one thing I learned about Republicans going to the White House, meeting the fucking president, and all of that shit. The one thing I know is this: even if they going back and forth publicly, they fuck with each other behind the scenes. They fuck with each other behind the scenes.
Like you though. We don't dislike.
I'm not talking about me no more. I'm saying that people in general, right? Because one thing that I know about Black people is that we are fucking tribal, and we will go 10 toes down. We tribal against each other. You know what I'm saying? But my point is that I'm not easily offended, and I'm not sensitive. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at the shit and I thought it was dope because it was like, you know what? All right, cool. Now I need to pull up and had a conversation, right? And so it's dope. It's dope. But my point is that even if y'all say shit that I 100% disagree with, I still fuck with y'all because I focus like 98% of my time on the shit that I like about you, and 2% of my stuff on the shit that I don't necessarily fuck with you about.
Okay, so listen, I want to bring Boogie into it. I know he has. So let me just tell you this, right? I don't think so. Listen, Black people. Let's just get this out the way. Black people, right? And I'm heavy on. I was on the Forum magazine.
I seen it. I watched it,
and I said some things about.
I watch everything, bro.
Ray Winans, and Ray Winans said, "Hey, don't like what Dogface said. I would like to have a conversation with him on your platform." And he thought that I was saying something specifically about him and his movement. Hey, listen, I don't think that any community activist group or any member of city council or even the mayor, you can't fix the shit going on in the Black community, right? We have a love affair with killing each other and fucking over each other. That's not a Democratic or Republican issue. That's a Black issue. And I'm saying I want to say as a people, bro. In the 1950s, as recently as the 1950s and 60s, my family's from Alabama. Didn't matter if you were leaning towards being a Democrat or leaning towards being a Republican. If you were Black, you were Black. Don't matter if you were Episcopalian, Catholic. Don't matter if you Muslim. Don't matter if you were Seventh-day Adventist. If you're Black, you're Black. And my thing is, I took offense to what I believe were you trying to suggest that Black people had abandoned the Black people are the most spiritual people on the face of this planet, even though we're not in tune with ourselves. But when it comes to, it doesn't look like it from the outside, but when it comes to being a forgiving people, if we were not the most forgiving human beings on the face of this planet, then we would be looking for retribution for the things that our forefathers and foremothers suffered at the hands of white America. Not all whom were responsible, but you don't have to have all of one people who all agree about one thing in order for that one thing to happen. Now, I want to strike it here. Charlie Kirk, he gave us what I consider hate-filled speech. And I don't think it's appropriate for Black people to be trying to legislate or trying to spank other people for their disposition towards somebody who has presented himself to be unbridled, unrestrained bigot.
I disagree with you. We're not gonna see eye to eye on that point. I think that Charlie Kirk was absolutely positively 100%.
Hey, listen, he called out some of the obvious issues in the Black race.
But the only reason that he called them out is because what was happening was happening in popular culture, because he was popping way before Trump got in office the second time. Popular culture, and the majority of the time,
let him talk.
And the majority of the time, also because people pulled up on him and would debate him about the same things that you're talking about right now. That's where the majority of those two talking points. The worst thing that ever happened to Black people. Well, I ain't gonna say the worst thing. Let me say this. Let me go into something.
No, say it. I dare you.
One of the things. No, I'm gonna get to it. One of the things that Black people don't understand that they keep on holding on to is this diversity, equity, and inclusion bullshit. That shit was not for y'all, and it did not benefit y'all, and it largely benefited white women.
We know that.
The civil rights movement was hijacked by the feminist movement. The feminist movement was hijacked by the alphabet community movement, which Obama championed. And then the alphabet community movement was transitioned into the diversity, equity, and inclusion, which included them, white women, and everybody before them. So the worst thing that ever happened to black people, I mean, it's slavery, but I'm talking about in our generation, at our time, right, was the breaking up of the family, tying ourselves to welfare and in the federal government.
True.
Which they then leveraged to keep you a part of the Democrat plantation.
True.
Which they didn't have to give you anything or answer to you as a result of
True.
it. And now they celebrate the worst of your culture, and we don't do anything about it by taking personal accountability and responsibility. But instead, we keep saying, I don't like what they doing, but it doesn't matter because you're not going to do nothing about it when it comes to the results that you're getting within your own community. You're not going to marry the person that you're having children with. You're not going to educate yourself. You're not going to change your community. You're going to go out to West Bloomfield and fucking Novi, and you're not going to throw your trash out the window, but as soon as you pass 8 Mile, you're going to throw that shit out on the street. You're going to get mad at every person that says something that you disagree with, instead of trying to understand why they're saying it and then partnering with them so that you can understand what the real war is. It's a class war. It's a class war. It's not a race war. But they're using race to continue to keep you coupled with this party that ain't never did shit for you for the entire time that you've been born.
But let me chime in, please. So listen, you keep reaching back to Democrat versus Republican,
because it's the values, dog face.
I get you. You keep reaching back. Black people on the ground, and I'm one of them niggas who lived across 8 Mile. I'm one of them niggas who I am an elitist, if that's what you want to call it. I'm one of them motherfuckers who call motherfuckers poor broke ass bitches, right? But here's the whole thing. Listen, we understand that when it comes to the social dynamic of the black family structure, we understand that welfare, we understand that some of the things that the government instituted was designed to break down the very fabric and to weaken the fabric and the fibers of the black community. We know that. But here's my point is, Anton, is that it is the message. It is how you articulate the message. And I'm saying that Charlie Kirk, for example, I'm gonna go back to him. The way he articulated it sounded like disdain. It sounded like hate. It sounded, and then when you talk about who he was debating for the most part young college students who were still developing their whole train of thought. These are not.
Why did he do that? Why did he do it, Dogface? Understanding is key. Why did he do it, Dogface?
Because he was trying to go. Because we know that the college campus is the absolute most fertile ground to transforming people's thought process.
Yep. So so now that you get off of his talking points and you start to understand how and why he moved, he's giving you the blueprint on how we can then change and affect the minds of the young people. He didn't go and chase people that was already made up their mind on what it is that they was going to do and they never going to change. He went to the fertile ground. So when I look at certain people and I'm studying them, I'm looking at their impact and I'm looking at how they're able to grow their audience. I'm looking at whether or not they was able to start a movement.
So dangerous.
I'm paying attention to everything, and we get so caught up on the bullshit that it don't even matter, bro.
That's not all he talking about.
Let Boogie go. Hold on, just let Boogie go.
Did you pay attention to, after everything that happened, what assembled? Racist white groups. What was they saying? Whitey fight back. It wasn't a black person that killed him. Why would they be saying whites fight back?
I don't know.
As if we did something to them.
And his raffle. It was at his raffle.
Hold on. I didn't see that, honestly. I'm being absolutely honest. What I seen was black people inserted themselves into a conversation that they said that they wasn't. Hold on. What I seen was black people. If it was a white on white thing, then why were black people inserting themselves into the conversation?
Because they were being asked to.
No, they didn't. Nobody asked black people to comment on Charlie Kirk.
Hey, listen.
Nobody asked black people to comment on Charlie Kirk.
So listen. So
why are they fighting against us though?
Okay,
who's fighting against you?
So let me no. The temperature of the media, the temperature of the media outlets, the temperature.
Hold on. Let's get down to it.
Let's do it. The temperature of the media.
Let's get down to the source of it.
So
what exactly is it that they're doing to you? What are white people doing to you?
Let me tell you what they're doing.
I'm not necessarily saying they're doing anything to me. I'm speaking of what's going on in the media, and I'm seeing with him dying, what's formed is racist white groups. If he was for everybody, it would be groups like that form.
That's not what they were talking about. Was that it was a liberal situation, and they were talking about that he was dating a trans person, and he had went to these indoctrination camps that we call universities, and they were saying that what was written on the bullet was Antifa based, and it had nothing to do with black people. Black people inserted themselves into the conversation and started saying, "Ooh, see, look at this. I don't give a fuck about what he knows." Black people started saying, "I don't fuck with Charlie Kirk. I'm celebrating his death because he didn't fuck with black people." They was not quiet. They didn't remove themselves from it.
That's not fair.
They inserted themselves into a conversation, and then they get mad when somebody responds to them.
Daniel, you're not going back to the root of it.
Hold on, baby doll. They got to come in.
He inserted us when he was talking trash about us.
Hold on, baby doll. Go ahead, gossip.
What it just came up about black people inserted themselves into the conversation, right? One of the most respected voice inserted herself into the conversation by Candace Owens. And when she made her statements, everybody jumped on that. So
y'all don't even fuck with Candace Owens.
Exactly, but she's one of the
y'all don't even consider her black.
Listen, we talking about skin tone.
No. Y'all don't fuck with Candace Owens. Y'all don't look at her as a spokesperson.
Let me get this point off, brother.
Okay, go ahead. Because this is disingenuous.
No,
black people
don't
like her, but they definitely listen to her words. When she made her statement, brothers and sisters started beating her ass over the media. That's what happened.
People been beating Candace Owens' ass the entire time since she's been popular in the media and popular culture.
Candace Owens is the black version of Charlie Kirk.
The reason why Candace Owens spoke on it is because she was friends with Charlie Kirk in real life.
Exactly. So we talking about skin tone here, whether people don't think she a sister or not. She made the comment what made other brothers and sisters jump on it.
No, y'all don't even listen to Candace Owens. Y'all don't even bro. I don't know one black person in real life.
General, not specifics.
I don't know one black person in real life that is subscribed to Candace Owens' podcast or listen to shit that she say. All of a sudden, y'all care about what Candace Owens said.
Hey, listen. I don't want you to try to frame us because there are people on this panel from different walks of life, and so listen.
How many of y'all listen to Candace Owens' podcast?
I have listened to enough of what she had to say.
No, dog. You deflected.
Hold on.
How many of you listen to Candace Owens' podcast?
I didn't listen to Charlie Kirk's podcast.
So why the fuck you care about what he say then? I don't have nothing to say about people that I don't fuck with.
So watch this here. Let me ask you a question. My thing is, I'm a student of history, religion, and politics. I'm not just some barbarian that you might think I am, right?
No, I listen to everything you say. I know exactly who you are. You think that you thought that I was going to come up on this platform and I wasn't going to study you first?
I did not, brother. I did not have any preconceived notion of what you was or wasn't going to do. I wasn't concerned about it, to be quite honest, because I know that I know how to defend my point, whether you disagree or agree or not. So here's what I'm saying. One of my favorite podcasters was Rush Limbaugh. He's the poster child for podcast conservatism going back 30 years. I listened to Rush Limbaugh and I agreed with 99% of the shit he said, right? But he had more of a
baby doll. I think you should go at dog. Hold him accountable for that.
No.
Because Rush Limbaugh said way worse things than Charlie Kirk could ever say.
Listen. One of the biggest misconceptions here is that
Baby dog, you gonna hold Dogface accountable?
One of the biggest misconceptions here is that black people, by and large, don't want to hear something that they can't swallow with ease. That's not true.
Boogie and Dogface, Brand Boogie.
That's not true.
Hey, baby doll, you do realize that Dogface is more like me than he is like y'all.
No.
Oh, let me tell you.
That's cute.
Nobody gets a
Dogface is more like Dogface and Anton Daniels.
That's cute.
Are 1A and 1B.
No. So here's the
he is more like me than he is like y'all.
Here's the difference, right? Here's the difference. I'm gonna let you get the flow out.
Dogface ain't gonna say that he really he really believe in the most of the shit that I'm saying. Dogface is playing with y'all for content.
No. So here's what I'm saying. I'm saying that you can't reduce the black struggle or the issues that are most pressing to black people. Those issues can't be reduced or explained away by either political party, whether it's Republican or Democrat. I'm saying that the issues that we have, we are responsible for correcting and cleansing our own situation.
Hey, Dogface sound like me right now.
No, but that's always been me.
Hey, Boogie, do you think that Dogface sound more like me?
Bullshit, Anton.
No. Let's be for real. Dogface's favorite person was Rush Limbaugh.
He was.
Dogface listens to Candace Owens.
I didn't agree with most things.
And Dogface has the same talking points that I have.
No, I don't.
Yes.
The reason behind
Dogface is a conservative Republican that is sitting here playing games with y'all. The difference between me and Dog is that I'm just gonna be for real and say, listen,
that was cute. Let me tell you who
Dogface got money.
Let me tell
I
you
ain't even talking about no money. I ain't mentioned nothing about money.
Let me tell you who Dogface is. So Dogface is what you call. I'm a realist.
You hear me? I feel like family, nigga.
I'm a realist, and I'm a person who understands that before you can correct anything, I'm black. So I'm most concerned.
That's the way that you relate to the people. That's not the thing that you really believe in.
I'm most concerned because as a black man in America, I'm most concerned with the things that affect people who look like me, who travel the same roads as me, right?
I've studied you enough to know that you are lying right now.
Well, let me just finish my point. Let me get the lie off then. So let me get the lie off. I'm most concerned in real life. I'm a published author. My last book was called Add, Subtract, Multiply, and Divide. And that book is about all the things from outside of the black community that have control and have impact on the black community. And so
Dogface is a capitalist. All right. Y'all can let him do this word salad. Y'all can let him do this word salad shit if y'all want to.
Let me tell you right now.
Dogface is about money.
Daniel,
the only thing he care about.
We don't give a fuck because Dogface ain't harming nobody over here. Okay. The thing is my problem with the black is when y'all speak on black like all the blacks is like that. And that's a problem for me. All blacks are not like that. And that's you got some black people, but it's in every culture. It's not just black. Y'all just target black. But you got poor white people. You got poor Mexicans. You got poor every other culture is the same way as us.
You're wrong, baby doll. I just said that I don't care for black culture. The culture is the thing that we push and we celebrate the most. That's most of the time the worst for us. I said specifically that every culture or every group of people don't fuck with everybody that's in their sphere. You said I act like I don't fuck with black people. I said that I don't necessarily care for the culture that keeps championing and celebrating the shit that's the worst for us.
Like what you
said that.
Like, are you saying like Juneteenth? Because he said that's the same shit that Kurt said. Are you saying you don't celebrate Juneteenth?
No. You said that you held me accountable to black people.
Yes.
But now you changing it and you saying, well, wait a minute, we not all the same.
No, I'm not changing shit. My thing is, that's why I'm holding you accountable, because we're not all the same. You're not understanding that you just like the white people, you put all the blacks in one pool.
No, I don't. I just said the culture. It's the culture.
What the culture is all black.
Okay, so listen.
No,
so
there's a lot of people that's in the culture and that participate in the culture. That's not even right.
So Anton, you're stating the obvious. You're stating the obvious as if it's profound. Hey, listen, we know that right now in this country, as directly inside of our communities, that we do a lot of damaging shit to each other. Right?
Oh man, Dogface talk just like me.
But simultaneously, there are things that are happening by people who are in politics and people who are in positions of power that have an impact on us, and those things are not based on wanting to see us as a people prosper.
So nobody gives a fuck about you as a people, bro.
Hey, listen. Nobody gives a. Hey, listen. But let me contrast that. Nobody gave a fuck about Jews as a people until they made them give a fuck about them. Until they put themselves in positions of power.
Don't give a fuck about what y'all think.
Let me get off, brother. Let me get my point off, and then I'm gonna give you your flow back. Nobody gives a fuck about anybody until that somebody or those somebodies put themselves in a position of power, influence, and they are forcing people to bow down. They're forcing people to have to champion the issues.
Money can do a lot. Money can
Absolutely.
do a lot.
You're wrong as usual. Jewish people don't even want visibility most of the time.
Say us who?
They don't want the visibility. They only want the power.
Listen,
and they only want the money.
I don't want to turn this into an anti. I don't want to be labeled as an anti-Semite. So what I'm saying is this. So listen, from the end of the war of World War II, right, to the advent of the state of Jerusalem. Of Israel, right. So what I'm saying is this: you have a contingency of Israelis, of Jews, of Israelis, who said to the whole world, never again. And how do you ensure that the things that happen to us under the Third Reich, right? How do we ensure that these things will never happen again? Is that we position ourselves and position and we take control of certain aspects of governmental policy and of worldview policy to ensure that if it does try to rear its head again, that we are in enough power positions to be able to call it out or stamp it out. So what I'm saying is that black people, we need to be more like the Israelis. We need to take control of our communities. We need to do away with anything that's having a negative impact on the things that affect us as a people. And what I'm saying,
you Dogface, you just come on, you're not real right now.
I'm not real.
Yeah, because the things that we would have to do in order to do that, we know that the culture is unwilling to embrace that.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you this, brother. I was the spokesperson for the Keep Our Schools Safe high school music tour for 3 years.
It doesn't matter, Dogface, because like I listen, dog.
Let me tell you what does matter.
You being performative right now.
I'm not being performative. I was being. Watch this. You see it right there? You see that over that wall right there? Can you see that wall?
I don't. You got the thing on, Dogface.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me take this thing off. Let me take this goddamn thing off. Hold on. I'm not being performative. I'm being matter of fact. So here's the whole thing.
That time is real.
Hold on.
That time, man.
You see that wall right there?
Yeah.
That wall it consists of every award except the key of Detroit that the city of Detroit has to fucking offer.
Dog. It doesn't matter because I hold on. I'll give you an example.
Can I get my point off?
I'll give you an example.
Can I get my point off though? Let me get my point off though.
No, dog, because you're not going. You like to talk a lot so that I forget.
No, brother. You cannot tell me the YouTube stream.
You like to talk a lot so that I forget.
No. Hold on. What I'm telling you is this. I put my money where my mouth is. I risk my safety and freedom speaking against gangs in Detroit. I have went into every major high school.
Dog, it doesn't matter though.
It does matter.
You know why it don't matter? Because we know.
Who is we?
And I grew up in the city just like everybody else. Regardless of what people may think, I was born and raised in the city.
Nobody's saying you're not from the city, bro. We don't agree with some of your.
No, I'm using this. I'm prefacing this.
None of that shit.
I'm prefacing this by saying what I'm about to say. We all know who the dealers are. We know who the killers are. We know who the people that are poisoning the community. We know who chopping it down and mixing it up with fentanyl. We know everything.
What we gonna do about it?
We know who's who. And we ain't gonna do shit. So we can do all of this talking and running into high schools.
Well, niggas ain't gonna do nothing about the black community.
But the fact of the matter is this: we're loyal, and that's why I say the culture is trash because we're loyal to the degeneracy. We're loyal to the whole culture is the thing that we celebrate the most.
The entire thing.
We push, we celebrate, and we advocate for degeneracy.
I reject.
We advocate for degeneracy. And the fact of the matter is, we know who the niggas is. We know who the niggas is that's doing the worst shit. Hold on, dog, because you don't want to get me. You don't want to let me say this.
No, that's not true, bro.
If we wanted to solve for the shit that's happening bad in our community, we could stop that shit overnight.
What it mean when you keep we not gonna do shit and we know all these people? What do that mean?
It means that we just talking.
So why
everybody listen? You don't need no government. You don't need no system. You don't need you don't need nothing to solve for the shit that we dealing with on a regular basis. We know this nigga is beating on his bitch. We know these hoes is out here busting it down for a real one. We know that they gonna get pregnant and not know who their baby daddy is. We know who the dealers are. We know who the killers are. And we know who everybody that's doing the degenerate shit. We can literally get that shit up out of our community overnight, but we aren't willing to do so because our culture tells us don't work with the police, don't fucking tell even if you a citizen. Uphold this degenerate bullshit and go and pretend like you're doing something by speaking at high schools and giving out turkeys.
Now hold on, brother. Listen. Listen, hold on now. So Charlie Kirk, his fertile playground, was college campuses.
No, some bullshit.
Hold on, baby. No.
I'm sorry.
Please.
I'm sorry.
I'm in the high schools too. Dogface, I speak too.
If it doesn't matter about me going into high schools and me talking to these young men and women, I'm at 62 high schools and counting. Well, I went in, I've addressed the entire student body, and I told them about my journey from where I started and where I
go home to the bullshit.
No, I don't go home to shit. I go home to
not you. They still go. Those high school kids still go home to the same bullshit that we continue to uphold.
But listen, bro. Listen, that doesn't mean that we don't try. That doesn't mean that
I don't know the word try. That's not in the Bible.
That doesn't mean that we don't make the attempt to go in to have conversations because change starts with thought.
We've been talking for the last fucking years, bro.
The change starts with a thought process. And we try to inject a thought process in the minds of these young adult men and women to try to give them, because a lot of the times in black communities, like you just said it, there is no hope being taught in the households. There is no reform. There is no genuine understanding being taught in the households, in the urban environment or in the ghetto, right? So you have to present people who have been there and then made it out of there to these kids to give them some sense of hope or some understanding or some connectivity. Yes, you do, bro.
Did he say no? You're not gonna congratulate the black people.
That's the solution. That's the solution for getting 1 out of every 100 people out of there. You instill hope and one person is gonna grab hold to it. The other 99 is gonna fall into the same.
I knew you and your wife be into it.
Hold on. Don't break down. What do you think Charlie Kirk?
I want to hear what she had to say.
No. What do you think?
Let me hear what she had to say.
Brother. Hey, listen, respectfully. What do you think Charlie Kirk was trying to do when he focused, when he laser focused on the fertile ground of college campuses across this country? He went into those college campuses knowing that he was armed with a debate style and information that solidified whatever point he was trying to make. He knew and he understood that he was battling or debating with young minds of people who hadn't even formulated their real thought yet and was growing into an understanding of what it meant to be whoever they were. He knew that.
Charlie Kirk leveraged his talent for his purpose. Everybody don't have the same purpose.
Are you saying
hold on. Everybody don't have the same purpose. Everybody is not meant to do the same thing. And some of us is meant to have a microphone. Some of us is meant to have the microphone. Others of us is meant to move the chairs.
And everybody in the black community don't agree with all the negative shit going on in here. We don't all agree with that shit.
I agree, and we're not going to agree. Probably,
good brother. I'm from the streets. And listen, I'm from the streets, and I'm not. That's nothing to brag about. What I'm telling you is this: when I say gangs are the worst thing that ever happened to the city of Detroit, when I say that once upon a time in America there used to be a symbiotic relationship between gangs and the neighborhoods that they dwelled in, where they protected. And I'm trying to even then
talking about historically.
But listen,
and what even gangs represented, not the thing that gangs are today, and what they have, what they grew to be in the 80s and 90s.
Who didn't say that? I said that. I said that I said there is a diametric difference between it's polar opposites from what it was intended to be, right, and what it is right now. I said maybe you didn't listen to all my content because I said that the worst.
I know what you against. I know you call niggas out,
brother.
I'm not confused.
Do you think that the gangs like me saying, "What the fuck are y'all doing?" Do you think the Ray Winans of the world likes to hear me say, "What the fuck are you doing, bro? You taking money?"
Dogface, your problem in this conversation is that you keep making it about you.
No,
when I'm speaking to an issue, right? I'm speaking overall about the overall landscape of the issue itself.
The overall landscape.
Hold on, dog.
Overall landscape.
The problem is that, listen, my problem is not with the fact that you are doing what you're doing and speaking in the community in the high schools and all of that. I'm not speaking about that specifically. I'm speaking about the culture. You can do this, but culturally, it's not cool to do the other things that I'm telling you that needs to be done.
I want you to know that my mind and the minds of the people on this panel, we're not singular-minded people. So I want you to know that I appreciate whatever acknowledgement you are trying to. But what I'm telling you is this: is that not all black people are in agreement with the shit that's going on inside the black community. The louder voices are always attached to entertainment. The louder voices are always attached to money or influence or the thought of money, power, and influence. So therefore, the black people, the young kids in the black community, they're influenced by trying to escape poverty any way they can. And so they look at the people who have the cars and the jewelry and all the other goofy ass shit. They look at them, and those people are not the best people to tell you shit about what it means to be black or how to change your conditions. Just like in the world of entertainment. Who said these stupid ass fucking moronic ass rappers were role models? Who said these goofy dumb ass? Excuse me. Who said these stupid?
Y'all did.
Who said? Hey, who said that motherfucker? Who said that Shannon Sharp? Because he's a whole.
Okay, dog. I got a question for you.
Tell me.
See, it's easy to say who said. It's easy to say who said. Who should it be? Who should be our heroes? Current modern day, living right now, who should be our heroes?
Is that a question?
See, it doesn't matter if you say this is a problem if you don't actually have a replacement solution for it.
I thought that was a question.
It is.
I have an answer.
It was rhetorical, but you can answer it.
Exactly. So listen.
Playing mind games.
So don't worry about that. Your heroes are,
baby doll. I do want to say that you are gorgeous and you are beautiful. I want to say that too.
Hey, thank you. We appreciate that, but don't get Cameron up here. Don't get what's his name? Adrian.
Don't come over here trying to take what's ours, nigga. I know.
Wait a minute. So wait a minute. I can't give the beautiful. She's the only woman up here. I think that she's beautiful and she's gorgeous.
Hey, look, I trade my panel for your panel.
Hey, listen. No, we won't. Not them motherfuckers over there. Hey, listen.
You correct, man. You ain't see what was over there.
Don't start
Tell
that.
me,
I like Baby Down.
Start that boogie. Hey, start that boogie. So listen. So here's what I'm saying: is that black people, as a whole in this country, they're more fluid and they're more
Hold
understanding.
on, dog. Face dog. Are you married, baby doll?
Yes, sir.
Hey, he about to get Cameron now.
No, I'm asking her if she married.
She absolutely is. Let me answer it for her. Yes, she
Okay,
is.
well, you listen, because I want to know the limits of my compliments. That's all I'm asking.
That's it right there. You as far as you can go. As far as you can go.
Come on, Adrian Bronner. Come on now.
So listen, man. So hey, Mr. Daniels, it was a pleasure. And listen, even the troll points, I appreciate them because it's an honor to have you on the show because you are. And because you are who you are, you have the awesome responsibility of leading, guiding, and shaping us as a whole, even if we don't agree with you. So I want you to keep that in mind, good brother.
Okay, I got you.
Have a good night, brother.
Thank y'all. I appreciate
Thank you.
y'all.
Thank you. Salute. Anton Daniels, ladies and gentlemen. The YouTube streets, ladies and gentlemen. The one thing that he said, Anton Daniels is the most powerful. He's the biggest podcaster in the state of Michigan. The YouTube streets, we welcomed him. We don't have to, as Black people, we don't have to agree with each other. But there does need to be some discourse. There does need to be conversations had because the lack of conversation is why we always run into brick walls, right? I don't think it's a matter of being Democratic or Republican because those systems are all based on levels of control and influence and trying to get people to see things certain ways. And there are ways of Democrats and there are ways of Republican that don't jive with and are not beneficial to us as a people. That's me saying that. Baby doll, what you want to say?
Put your backdrop back on, face.
Oh, y'all see that? You see that sign right there? You see that?
YouTube streets, baby.
Yeah. I got yeah.
I mean, I respect him for coming on here. That's the to roll up on us like that. That was the real G shit. You know what I'm saying? Knowing he was gonna be attacked by 4 people.
He pulled up shooting.
He pulled up shooting. You hear me? I fucked with him.
Hey, listen, hey, Juice, the sleight of hand, right? The sleight. Do you know when I went on Whack 100 podcast, it all started lovey-dovey, right? But I do think that he's genuine.
Yeah, he's genuine
in his beliefs, and because he is, you got to acknowledge that. Should we have tried to reach out to him?
No, we ain't the one. No, hell no. Sorry, Anton. No, he would no. Hell no. We said what we said. That's just what it is. At the end of the day, he come on here and he's trying to reword this white man's word. Anton's still on some bullshit. He was playing mind games on some bullshit. Okay. At the end of the day, he was trying to cause controversy. He's a real podcaster, so we just don't know that was his job. But the shit that he talking, you're still going against Black people. I understand Black people have issues and this and that. We are one of the cultures that is way worse off than anybody because of our mind, the way we think. You get what I'm saying? And we do need to learn to come together. We need to learn to think differently. He said key points, but it's to take up for this white man that blatantly said racial shit. This shit he was blatantly clear as day what he said, and for him to sit there and try to tell him, oh, well, it don't make sense to me. Why target Black people when we're not the only culture that got fucked up ways? That's what I'm saying. So that's racialness to me because you could have targeted the white. What about these white trailer trash ass people? Excuse my language, no disrespect. You got the white people. There's white bitches out there having babies with people and don't know the baby daddy. I know a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? It's Mexicans out there having kids with niggas that don't know the baby daddy. I know some. You know what I'm saying? It's not just one culture, but we always be pinpointed and be the front and center is Black people, Black people. Every culture is doing the same shit that we're doing. You get what I'm saying? That's how I feel. They killing each other. They killing people. It's all whatever.
So, hey, Uncle Juice, I want you. So listen. So let's make this clear. Let's just clear the air on here. You have a situation where you have the Black community, by and large, across it's the same thing happening in LA that's happening in New York. It's the same thing that's happening in Arkansas that's happening in Chicago, right? The mentality of Black people has been so dumbed down. We are so See, first of all, we don't understand how to deal with the issues that we face, because a lot of us have been, I don't even want to say miseducated, because to say that they have been, black people by and large have been miseducated, that is like saying that.
You on mute, dog.
We went on mute, doggy.
So what I'm saying is this, right? Do black people celebrate bullshit? We do. That is not the culture as a whole. Is there a segment of black culture or black society or black people who propagate and support and endorse bullshit? Of course.
No, but you talking about Juneteenth. That's the only thing they talking about it. Because that's the same shit this white man said.
Listen, I would never listen. Black people should not, I don't think black people should be trying to take to task other black people for how they felt about Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk is not deserving of that. He's not deserving of that. He's not deserving of black people trying to defend or explain the positions that he took. The positions that he took, they're acting like that. They're trying to it's like trying to trump us. They're trying to gaslight us. You didn't hear what you thought you heard. No, we heard exactly what that motherfucker said.
We not fucking slow.
And based on what he said, we formed an opinion
white people that
his
fuck with
overall character. And our opinion of his overall character is what produced the feelings of disconnection between us and them, because you can't be a conscious-minded black person, no matter what your political affiliation is. You cannot be a conscious black person who has love and admiration, even for the worst parts of us, and say that the things that Charlie Kirk said about us was helpful or meant to be educational or meant to be helpful to us. That is disingenuous, and it is a flat out lie. He was a gaslighter. He was a dog whistler. And when he went to these colleges and universities, he went into those universities and colleges knowing that he had a superior level of intellect.
Mm-hmm.
He had a conversation that was groomed for the type of debates that he got into and he found himself in, because you know you're dealing with young minds. It wasn't like he was in there debating with Cornel West. Wasn't like he was in there with Michael Eric Dyson. Wasn't like he was in there with somebody who knew how to push back in an articulate, well-informed manner, without getting mad, without getting angry, without getting upset. God damn. The YouTube streets. I think Anton Daniels is mad at us. And I genuinely think that he came on the show fully expecting us to be a bunch of fucking niggers. That's what I think. But I salute the brother for coming on, because a lot of people they won't even present themselves to you for a conversation, and that is what I admire him for.
It's a lot of people that duck smoke. It's a lot of people we already know.
Yeah.
He was a man about his shit. He heard everything.
Hey, listen,
he pulled up uninvited,
like a fucking werewolf ready to transform. Juice.
I respect it.
What up,
Come on, hey, listen. I had to try to.
Mm-hmm.
As the moderator, I had to try to Juice, come on to the forefront and close this thing out.
Look, Anton just commented, I love y'all. God bless.
God bless you, brother. All's well. No issue. There's no issue. Black people shouldn't have issues with other black people. Listen, Anton, if you're still watching this, here's what happens in the YouTube streets. Here's the rule. The fundamental rule of this assembly is that you can feel however you want to feel. You just need to be able to justify and be able to articulate what it is, what position that you are taking. As long as you can justify and articulate the position you're taking, even if it's a position that we don't, for the most part, share as a majority of this august body, that's cool. You got to be able to articulate that and be able to stand on that shit, because this is not a playground for people to just come out and say whatever just because. You got to be able to defend that shit. And I appreciate the brothers for coming on. They didn't have to. And yes, we're going to chop this shit up. Yes, we're going to make clip upon clip upon clip of this shit. Yes, I'm going to take money out of my pocket and put a budget behind Anton Daniels visiting the YouTube streets. Uncle Juice, take us out.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all heard everybody's opinion and they stood on that. You know what I'm saying? Hit the comments and let us know how y'all really felt about it. You feel me? What's y'all take on the Kirk situation and the racist thing? You feel me? With that being said, y'all tap into everybody's page, hit the like, comment, and subscribe for everybody. Go follow those on here that y'all ain't following, because everybody got individual content going on their own page. Go check out Dogface, Carl Derone. Go check out Baby Doll, So Raw. Go check out Public Figure Bougie. You feel me?
Oh, that's where we at now.
Detroit Gospel.
Yes. Until you locate that young black man.
Arthur, I'm sorry.
Picture with you. No. Until right. You, hey, Juice. Do we know this young black man, Juice?
No, we go get who was that, Boogie? Who was it?
Arthur,
yeah, we gotta get Arthur Gold in here. When Arthur Gold get in here, we gonna know who it is. He know the person.
Oh, but hey, Juice, before we can't leave yet, because there's multiple comments in here when they're saying they want your overall wrap-up observation of the conversation as a whole.
The conversation as a whole. We honor Anton Daniels for coming on here. We appreciate his presence and sharing his opinion and views on things. And he was able to hear from the horse. We was able to hear from the horse's mouth instead of casting judgment on him. Do I feel he was wrong for some of the things he was saying? That's his opinion. You feel me? That don't make him right or wrong. You feel me? You don't have to agree with him or disagree with him. You know, that's he was giving his opinion like the rest of us was giving our opinions. So it ain't no right or wrong. It's what you feel apply to you on the way you choose to live your life. Hopefully something was in there to give y'all some insight on a direction to go for those who don't have their own sense of direction. You feel me? But not a word was lost. I'm not gonna say nobody was wrong or right. I gained some knowledge from each and every one of the hosts that was speaking. You feel me? So that's my wrap up on it. It was truth in everything everybody was saying. It wasn't nothing, not the word was lost. So everybody should have gained something out the whole conversation for everybody that was on this panel. Anton Daniels as well. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. And one more thing, tell Teej Hanley call Doggy. He gonna use that shit. We need that sponsorship. Since you came over here looking out for us, Doggy gonna use the Teej Hanley. Tell them bring that shit on over here, Anton. We need that. We need that.
And y'all gotta go holler at Detroit Gossip. Help Detroit Gossip. We gotta get them views up on Detroit Gossip and Baby Doll page.
Baby Doll So Raw. And Anton, I got a black son that need a scholarship, so holler at me on that. He's 17.
I think, hey, Detroit Gossip.
What's up, man?
Give us your summation.
My summation, even though I joined late, was this, right? It seems as if, and I'm gonna say it like this, it's about to be so much backlash off this one, especially with Anton Daniels joining the panel. He seems to be a lot of talking without backing up what he say. Reason being, the number one thing, how can you claim to be something but not represent that what you claim to be? When you talk about I am a brother, but I don't respect and I don't like the black culture, that's a whole lot. You got to be able to explain that one. You can't say that you are one thing, but you're not a part of everything that what you claim to be represents. I clearly don't understand that one. No type of shape, fashion, or form.
Look, Gossip, it's just a case. It's just a case of a black racist man to our own culture. He's racist. He don't like black people.
No, see, he didn't see when he's saying culture and the race of black people is two different things.
No,
culture, when he's speaking,
make sure you heard my words right.
When he's speaking on culture, he's speaking on the things that keep us dumbed down, that our young people attach.
You gotta
wait.
Yeah,
though,
but
right?
see the whole listen to the untrained ear. When we know that he's talking about the worst part of black culture. You know he's talking about hip hop. He's talking about
me smoking weed.
But the culture represents more than that.
We know this is we know that he's talking about hip hop for one. We all feel the same way about that shit, right?
He bougie.
No, we know that when he says that when he's speaking about the black culture, there are compartments, there are chambers of the black culture. So when you say black, is he dismissing it? Is he condemning the black culture as a whole? I don't think you can, because there are every race or nationality, people have their own specific culture, and inside that culture there are elements in that culture that is negative as a motherfucker, counterproductive as a motherfucker.
Right?
So when you say the black culture, he needs to be more point specific in his explanations so that it doesn't come off. If he doesn't really feel that way, here's Anton Daniels. Here's some advice for you. I think if you were to incorporate into your soliloquies, into your monologues, a distinction and a separation and an acknowledgement that not all black people feel the same way, think the same way, observe the same way. We know that black people don't all feel the same way, and that's one of the reasons why we're so disenfranchised and so shattered and fractured as a people. One of the main reasons why people in the world of politics don't give a fuck about us or our opinion is because we're not coming together and we're not presenting a cohesive agenda for blackness, right? That champions the things that will have the best impact or effect on us as a people. You got to distinguish that shit, or people are going to continuously accuse you of being anti, because you're saying black culture. Black culture is not a monotheistic thing. Black culture, it has many different compartments, departments.
That's exactly what I meant, right?
And let me say one more part before I cut you off, brother. So if Charlie Kirk, if he was the angel or the saint that his friends and followers and supporters say he was, then somebody should have pulled his coat and told him, listen, you could be more powerful, or you could win more people over if you stop focusing on the most negative parts of a culture that you're not even a part of. Because black people, we read that as
racist.
You're racist. And we would be a fool to read it any other way.
Come on.
It would be unwise and unsafe to read it any other way. Just like it would be unwise and unsafe to assume that when he supported Zimmerman, when he supported Derek Chauvin,
see, that's some bullshit.
And tried to explain away some of the most horrific acts committed by police and civilians against black people. I would love to know what his disposition was towards Ahmaud Arbery in Georgia. Charlie Kirk probably thought Ahmaud Arbery was wrong for jogging through the fucking neighborhood, and he deserved to get chased down and murdered like a fucking runaway slave.
And that's some bullshit. But God don't like ugly. I ain't even trying to be disrespectful. That's why Kurt is gone. God don't like ugly. God do not like ugly. At the end of the day, I didn't even know who this nigga was until they killed him. I didn't know nothing of this man, didn't even care about this man. I wish I never knew him now. But at the end of the day, to watch the stuff that he said, how he tried everything, all the blame was on black people. The communities is messed up, he said, because of the black people, more black people, more black people. He full of shit. He full of shit. At the end of the day, Anton Davis can feel the way he want to feel about that man. I know you probably hate the bad part of black people, But at the end of the day, everybody got something to say, but ain't nobody coming with no solution. They ain't got no solution. Kurt ain't come with a solution. Motherfucking Anton ain't come with no solution to say how we gonna fix this. How can we fix this? Everybody just want.
Charlie Kirk was
what did happen though.
Propagandist, and let me tell you what I mean by that. He was a person who he was an orator. He was a wordsmith. He knew how to articulate the things that the people who don't like black people and who blame black people for everything negative in this country, black and brown people specifically. Anton Daniels was Charlie Kirk was a gaslighter. He was a gaslighter. He was a propagandist. That's what he was. When I think about Charlie Kirk, I think about the sons of bitches in Trump's administration, the Stephen Millers of the world. It is what it is, man.
And that's the whole thing with what it is about Kirk. He was targeting the wrong race. He should have been targeting his own race. It ain't like they races without sin. You feel me? The things he was saying about our race, he could have been dealing with his own race, and then it would have held a little. It would have came off different. To talk about your own race, why you pick other races than your own? Like it wasn't no imperfections that going on in their race.
Hey,
they do the most school shootings and everything else. So it was things he could have been targeting with his own people have been dealing with. You feel me?
Juice. There would be no need for DIE. There would be no need for affirmative action in the traditional sense. There would be no need for Brown versus the Board of Education. There would be no need for the policies and procedures that were enacted by this great government to safeguard non-white people from white people who looked at us and judged us to be not worthy solely based on the color of our skin. Anton Daniels, I don't know if you were sincere in your appearance on the YouTube streets or not, but what I will tell you, brother, is that we appreciate you coming. We appreciate it.
Y'all get the most love because y'all held it down.
Yeah. Salute. I appreciate it.
Y'all did y'all thing. I love y'all.
We appreciate it, man. Anybody else? Any baby doll? What do? Can I take us out or no? Or no? Who want to take us out?
I'll take
Boogie.
Baby doll, take us on out of here. I ain't.
Man, Boogie.
I'm busy.
Hey, listen, he's smoking. Boogie's smoking. He rolling and smoking.
Boogie, he wasn't smoking, was he?
No, not the whole time.
We just want to tell everybody that tuned in.
Every here and there, not the whole time.
I'm gonna close this out, Boogie.
Harley.
Listen, this is the least amount of time that Boogie ain't.
That's why I still got one. Look, Harley
gone.
Yep, Harley.
Hey, listen, I appreciate everybody for coming on, man. It's a blessing. It's a lesson. It's a blessing. Y'all know what it is, man. On behalf of the two streets, my name is Dogface Calderon. I am the most dangerous voice in Detroit. Public figure, Boogie TV, Mr. It's Time to Go to Work. Uncle Juice, aka the Beat Factory 313, Detroit Gossip, the Boogie Man,
yes, sir.
The man who stays incognito, and everybody's auntie. You are Detroit's. And Anton, I almost gave you some money to walk away, like Cam did